Hello there, folks. This is Joe Wazoo here today. I'm going to talk about an exciting application for what's called a strapping table calculation for a horizontally mounted tank. Here I've got a picture of a tank that's horizontally mounted compared to a vertically mounted tank where you can just take a measurement and get the linear volume of it. Horizontal tanks are quite a bit different. These particular tanks, usually from the manufacturer, you'll get a listing of a bunch of strapping tables or a spreadsheet of some sort. Based on the level, it'll tell you what the volume of the particular tank happens to be. So what I've done on this application is I actually have a Excel spreadsheet loaded on the HMI, on the SD memory card of the HMI, and it's got a number of values in it here. These are the index or the depths, and then this here is the different gallons that are listed on the particular tank. So this spreadsheet I've got here has got looks like about 90 different readings, and the volume goes between 0 to 500 gallons in this one. So in this case, I'm going to hit this file loader button, boom, and it's going to read in all those values, and it's going to fill them into internal arrays within the HMI and gallons. And if I go over here to the tank page now, you can see right here that I'm currently reading a volume from that tank. And if I adjust my analog sensor, say this guy over here, you can see that the tank level changes accordingly depending on what particular level I'm reading. So I'm doing basically the strapping table lookup based on the level. Now, the interesting thing about this application, the customer also would like the ability to adjust any of these volumes in the event that they find that they're off or something. So they wanted to calibrate or alter these values. So I went a little further in this application. If I click this next 10 button a few times, if I go all the way down, just to show you something, if I go all the way down to the last reading right here, say I find that, this tank actually holds 515 gallons instead. So I can click on that and put in 515. I'll hit enter, and notice what happens. This button gets highlighted, commit changes. So what this button does when I push it, boom, I'll push it, it just saved those savings or those values to the SD card on the actual screen, and it updated the readings here correctly as well. So it saved it. So if I go here, this is just looking at the raw file, and if I go all the way down to, I think, index 92 right there, you can see 515 now is the max versus 500 what it was before. Just to back up a little bit further, just to show you this actually happening again, I can click this clear button. That clears all the readings completely. Everything back to nothing. Hasn't read these in again. If I go to the tank page, you'll see there's no min and max here. This is at full scale because it doesn't know what it's reading right now. And notice I can't get to the edit button here. Well, I'll go back to the load page. If I hit the file loader, boom, that's going to read all these values in. Max capacity, 515. Min is 0 here. And of course, if I go to the tank page, it shows it here. And if I go back here to edit, let's say that I want to go back down to, we actually find the maximum capacity here happens to be like 400 and say, I don't know, 95 or something, 495. Enter. Save changes. There I go. Go back to the tank page. Look, 495 right there, and it's already read it in. It's on the card now, and I use FTP tool to show that access to it, so that's what I use to get to the SD card. But anyway, this is a quick example showing you how this works. And if you want a copy of the database, it's pretty cool, actually. These are just the simple pages here. Where all the meat and potatoes really happens, all the excitement, if you will, is over here in the programs. I've written a number of programs here that will read the parameters off the SD card and load them into internal arrays. And then when I make a change, I actually write all those values back so that the card, the Excel spreadsheet, has all the values. And then this is where I'm doing the tank logics here and some calculations. And then when I press the clear all button, I clear all my parameters just back to default. But basically all the magic happens between the read and the write functions that are in here interacting with the SD card savings or SD card CSV file. Anyway, pretty cool application. If you want a copy of the database or something, please feel free to send me a note, and I'll gladly share it with you. And I think it's a real nice way to do a strapping table application in Crimson 3.1. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.